Okay, the world is spiraling down when it comes to digital security and freedom. I mean, in the US, Europe, and Asia, online threats and censorship are on the rise. VPN providers like NordVPN, Surfshark, and Proton VPN promise to be your shield, but which one is going to suit your purpose the most? Let's find out in this best VPN comparison. And as always, if you are looking for a discount, I have the best deals in the description below. Now, to compare the VPNs in this video, I'm going to use the 4 most important criteria: security and privacy, fast performance and global access, versatile additional features, and affordability. Okay, so security and privacy wise, what is the best VPN on the list? Encryption is the first thing that makes or breaks a good VPN. Now, depending on the tunneling protocol, NordVPN, Surfshark, and Proton VPN use the same encryption algorithms. To spare you the technical details, these algorithms have been categorized as unbreakable. Even with the rise of quantum computing, which threatens conventional encryption, NordVPN is trying to stay ahead of the curve. Still, there exists a threat of a provider leaking user data. This has happened before with various providers, but there's a reason I look pretty calm when talking about potential privacy issues. NordVPN, Surfshark, and Proton VPN maintain a no-logs approach. They don't even keep user data on their servers. Independent audits have even confirmed these claims. NordVPN does those pretty annually just to stay in shape. Now, one more threat top providers eliminate is IP and DNS leaks during browsing. There are various reasons why a VPN connection can suddenly disconnect, like a loss of an internet connection or due to many other reasons. Still, with a kill switch, the connection gets cut before any data can leak. Needless to say, this feature is a big common point with NordVPN, Surfshark, and Proton VPN. Now, the last common point that I want to highlight is anti-malware and ad-blocking features. Now, admittedly, all 3 providers have different approaches to eliminating threats and ads, with Surfshark even including a full-blown antivirus, which I will cover a bit later. Still, all 3 do a good job filtering out phishing links, malicious ads, and even malware files. This AV test report confirms as much. Now, simply in terms of common security points, it's hard to decide on the indisputable winner. All 3 are the best VPN examples. But then, what are the differences in their security implementations, if any? Now, there are a few, and all of them are worth mentioning. So to begin with, Proton VPN really stands out as the only open source option with a publicly available GitHub page. It's a provider with a proven track record created by a renowned Proton AG company that is particularly famous for its privacy tools and transparency. Now, comparing NordVPN versus Surfshark, both actually operate under the umbrella of Nord Security. That's another big security company, not unlike Proton AG. This company does keep all apps closed source though, but its privacy endeavors are no less impressive. A bigger difference concerns jurisdiction. So NordVPN and Proton VPN operate from countries with privacy-friendly jurisdictions, Panama and Switzerland, respectively. Now, Surfshark, on the other end, has the Netherlands jurisdiction, meaning that the government can request access to user data. Good thing that we've already established that Surfshark doesn't keep any, right? So on that note, I do want to highlight that Surfshark and NordVPN use RAM-only servers, which are designed to be unable to store user data. Comparing NordVPN to Proton VPN, so the latter relies on encrypted hard drives instead, which is also very secure, though not as reliable as RAM-only servers. Okay, we've established that on a security level, the differences between NordVPN, Surfshark, and Proton VPN are marginal at best. But what about performance then? All right, let's jump right into the speed test. With my baseline, here's how fast each VPN has been when testing. NordVPN easily took first place. I guess that NordLynx protocol is advertised for a reason. Surfshark is slightly slower, followed by Proton VPN. Now, this is kind of sad since Proton VPN claims their VPN accelerator feature is meant to quadruple my speed, but all it does is give a negligible speed boost. Hey, maybe it works better with a trash provider, but you know, I left Verizon in the past. To give a small recap to this point, at least on security and performance level, all 3 providers are more or less the same, okay? Only NordVPN stands out as the fastest VPN in 2025. So if you want to grab it right away, scan this QR code or check the link in the description for the best deal. All right, continuing with the performance discussion. How many locations can I access with these providers? The difference is honestly massive here, okay? Proton VPN easily stands on top with over 11,000 servers in 117 countries across the globe. NordVPN does come ahead with 118 countries covered, but it only has about 7,000 servers in comparison. Now, comparing Surfshark versus NordVPN, the former doesn't come close. But to its credit, Surfshark has maintained a stable number of servers and countries for years at this point. Meanwhile, the others have been racing against each other throughout 2024 and to this day. So the next obvious step then is to have these VPN compared in terms of streaming. So will they maintain the same order? No, not really. Despite the raw number difference, I didn't actually notice significant performance drops when watching stuff from various streaming platforms. The streams ran stable for me, and only long distance locations like Japan or India would slow down during peak hours. Changing servers did often help in those cases, so it's not a complete disaster. Still, NordVPN had the best performance overall. Proton VPN is easily second place, and I hope Surfshark manages to be more competitive moving forward. All right, all three providers are pretty much identical in terms of torrenting benefits. Now, they have no P2P restrictions and include split tunneling to make torrenting more convenient. I have to point out that Proton VPN has port forwarding, which can boost torrenting speeds, but it also reduces data protection, so I would advise against using it unless you really need extra speed. All right, now that we know our features well, can they be used on any device? Well, yeah, NordVPN, Surfshark, and Proton VPN all have Windows, Mac, iOS, and Android apps for all devices. Now, if you don't like apps, browser extensions are also an option. One thing to note is that Surfshark is the only one here with a good graphic user interface for a Linux app, which is handy for newer users. Yes, I know Proton VPN has a GUI for Linux as well, and this might be biased, but it doesn't look that user-friendly in comparison. So visually, all apps are pretty easy to get used to. I can't point out any overcomplicated or confusing points. That said, only NordVPN and Proton VPN offer interactive map interfaces on their desktop apps, which I personally find more convenient. But the real convenience comes from combining top VPN performance with anti-malware and ad-blocking features. When it comes to that, NordVPN and Proton VPN do their best. NordVPN's Threat Protection Pro is basically a peak ad blocker with anti-malware features. It can get rid of ads, trackers, phishing links, and even malware files. AV Comparatives even gave them a certificate as an anti-phishing tool, which is a pretty high praise for a separate feature. Proton VPN's NetShield is not far behind. Despite lacking comparable certification, NetShield did work great for me. It blocked ads, malicious links, and tons of other annoyances online. However, as good as they are, they don't come even close to what Surfshark can do. Not in terms of ad blocking. Clean Web is a good feature on par with NetShield, but not much else. But when it comes to anti-malware capacity, Surfshark has a full-on antivirus combined with real-time protection and deep customizable malware scans. Surfshark antivirus even scored extremely high in the AV test evaluation, which is hard to do even for dedicated antivirus providers. So if you want a VPN and an antivirus in one place for an affordable price, really look no further than Surfshark. So I'll include a link for an exclusive discount in the description below, or you can scan this QR code. But Surfshark is not the only affordable provider in this lineup. NordVPN is also pretty well priced. It's a bit more pricey than Surfshark, but overall not too different from many other providers. That said, NordVPN is still cheaper than Proton VPN, even if you go for the best value deals. Overall, comparing Surfshark versus Proton VPN, it's clear that the pricing difference is not in the latter's favor. All right, none of these VPNs is going to set you back a lot, but if you prefer the best price to value ratio, Surfshark and NordVPN are the best options for you. So what's the conclusion then? Well, after going through all the notable points in this VPN comparison, this is what I have to say. For the best overall performance, NordVPN is your pick. It's got the fastest performance, which translates nicely into streaming, plus it can block ads and malicious files with no issues. Now, Surfshark stands out as an affordable option with great versatility thanks to the built-in antivirus. It also maintains excellent speeds and streaming capacity to a slightly lesser degree, though, than the competitors. All right, finally, Proton VPN is an undeniable privacy powerhouse with open source infrastructure, extraordinary security measures, and reliable torrenting performance. So what's your pick? Let me know in the comments below, and while you're there, remember to check out the best VPN deals in the description. All right, thanks for watching. I hope this video has been helpful, and I'll see you soon with another video. Bye.